Hello and welcome to the corner. I'm the Frosted Glass and I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages. I like boobs. Stop it or I'll bury you alive in a box.
What did Braniel do now? Moonshock?
Black and blue lives matter. I know, because I am black and blue.
So I thought you were going to talk about sun, but you know.
Hey.
Terry Diamantis?
39% of you are currently retarded.
Yes, finna is not a word.
I'm finna do this, man.
It is at best a contraction, and even then that's spurious.
I think it means fixing to, is my understanding of what they're trying to say when they say finna.
Yes, that's what it means.
And
They
this
just
week's
fail miserably.
special guest, Johnny Hellcat.
Yeah, fix finna in a word.
He's finna pretend he's not Will.
Doesn't it mean like finally going to?
No, it's
fixing
like
to.
yeah, like I'm finna go over there. I'm finna kick your ass.
He's finna eat.
Yeah. As I understand it, it's short for fixing to.
Or gonna.
Yeah, well, gonna is going to.
Well, yeah, but gonna is like so much more difficult to say because reasons.
Matter. But you know, as you guys know, there's a really bad thing going on, and that is that our president might not be able to get reelected.
What?
You
Oh,
don't
no.
say.
You son of a bitch.
No.
What did you do to him?
But luckily,
poor Joe.
luckily, one of our favorite authors has a solution.
Is it Cindy?
No, unfortunately, she's still banned from Medium.
Oh.
But it's our old pal, Grail.
Oh, okay.
The one who introduced us to our friend Ship.
Yeah.
The dangerous
Daniel's liver is crying.
the dangerous game played by Biden-hating leftists.
The Grail.
I'm having difficulty actually caring.
That doctor took the cancer out of you, I'm putting it back in.
No, I don't want it.
Well, you can sell it to Boogie, like we said before the stream.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for Tree Fitty, you know, because.
What are you going to sell it for? He doesn't have any money.
Well, he's selling that coin, remember? I'm sure he can pay you in that.
If you don't give it to him, he's going to cut himself with a butter knife.
I saw that. You got to be fucking kidding me. He is the biggest freaking. He's the biggest pussy I have ever seen in my life, and
yeah, he's like the ultimate example of like the modern man that is totally ineffectual in society and has no sense at all.
A tall person in chat makes an excellent point. Well, his blood is butter, so.
Yeah. So, Joseph Biden is a piece of shit.
Agreed.
Yes.
End of article. Let's move on.
I know that was easy.
The end.
In the last year, he has gained widespread hate from the left for his continued financial and military support for Israel. These positions were uncontroversial for decades of Biden's political career, but times have changed. The popularity of...
Since the Puritans got the shock, when they landed on Plymouth Rock.
Oh my God!
I don't know that one.
That's Anything Goes. It's an old song. I only learned about it from Fallout 3.
The popularity of TikTok with the Gen Z youth has turned every young person in the world into an amateur filmmaker and potential journalist. Do not call TikTokers filmmakers and journalists.
Okay, they're not.
Oh, gee, way to bend my arm there.
Yeah. First-hand images and accounts of the conditions in Gaza have reached the world and changed the tide overnight in public opinion of a 76-year genocide. Joseph, meanwhile, seems stuck in the business-as-usual approach of the prior 75 years.
So
Joe
why
Biden-
Joseph? Like, no one refers to him as Joseph Biden.
I don't know. At least he doesn't have hyphen in his name.
Well, isn't his middle name something pussy, something like Robinette or something like that?
That's his middle name. Yeah, it's Joseph
Yeah.
Robinette Biden.
God, what a pansy ass little bitch.
Joseph Robinette Biden.
Yeah, pretty much.
So manly.
Joseph Finna the
Joseph
is done.
Joseph Finna Robinette.
You know the thing. All right.
Finna
Joe Joe Biden seems to be the very incarnated avatar of the Democratic National Committee's virtue-signaling capitalist liberalism. His recent comments that political violence is unacceptable in response to an assassination attempt of a would-be fascist dictator paint a hypocritical picture with the bombs he supplies to Israel.
I would say it paints a hypocritical picture in a lot of different lights, but that wasn't one that popped to mind.
They have got to stop with this fascist bullshit. You know, in no way, shape, or form is Trump any kind of fascist. They need to find a new bitching term to use for him, because he is not a fascist, and he never will be, and he's not gonna take over the country like, oh my god, day one, he's gonna kill us all.
No, when you say and he never will be, my first thought was, well, not if the left gets their way.
Yeah, that is true. But I'm just having trouble. I'm having a lot of trouble with this whole fascist thing. They've never actually given a good reason as to how he is a fascist.
You're approaching understanding the left from a rational standpoint, but they can't be understood that way. You have to approach them from the perspective of, I will say whatever suits me best in this exact second. And the first thing is, fascism has a negative moral weight to it. And so if I throw that word at everything I don't like, then people will have bad association with those things.
Well, and I think that's
all it is. It doesn't come from any deeper understanding of the word fascism, or really an understanding of the word at all.
That's their buzzword. That's the one that they use because they know everyone.
That's why they call people Nazis. It's like they don't know what the policies of Germany's National Socialist Party were.
Yeah.
They just know Nazi equals bad, and you equals bad, therefore you equals Nazi. That's the extent of their thought process.
Yeah, it's the connotation that they use with it. It's like, oh, hey, look, how can we make this guy look like he's the worst person ever? Oh, we'll call him a Nazi. Oh, we'll call him a fascist.
Well, that's why they used to say racist, sexist, homophobic. Those words used to have negative associations. Now no one gives a fuck. But they're going to do the same with fascist. They've done the same with Nazi.
Yeah. It's not even worth calling them hypocrites, because consistency is merely a thing that gets in their way. It doesn't serve them in the moment. And that's all these people think about, because they have the brain span of a flea.
Yeah, like you heard, 4 years ago. Now here and now is where we're focused.
Yeah, like on Twitter, like I was saying that Biden is basically buying votes with the whole student loan forgiveness thing.
Oh, I saw that. That was awesome.
And because of that, I was called a racist. I never mentioned anything having to do with race, but because it would help black people, then I'm racist for not agreeing with it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The thing is that at this point in the game, the thing that irritates me the most is when people on the right, well, if people on the right did this thing, we would get raked over the coals. Yeah, that's part of the game. They're hypocrites. They don't care. They don't care that they're hypocrites. It's almost like we're dealing with human beings versus savage animals. And then the human beings are all getting into a huddle. Why are they behaving like savage animals? Well, it's because they're savage animals.
Johnny, are you okay? Are you okay after what Jack said?
He just let loose with the tirade. I don't feel comfortable here anymore.
Yeah, and that guy blocked me, by the way, so he pussed out.
I'll tell you what, Johnny. I will make this up to you. I'm going to force Jack to play a game he hates in a couple of days.
All right. Let's see. Back to the article. Okay. Okay. What Biden really means, of course, is that political violence against the owning class is unacceptable. Political violence against the working class is an everyday routine. And of course, who can forget that Biden's very role as president is the result of the DNC's anti-democratic conspiracy in 2020 to prevent a landslide election of self-identified socialist Bernard Sanders.
See, why Bernard? Like, this is just pretentious for the sake of pretentious.
I don't know. I mean, I'll agree that they did screw him over, but there was no way Bernie was going to win anyway.
No.
Oh no.
Bernie screwed himself over when he became a commie.
Yeah.
It
And also,
reminded me of the WWE, like the whole Vince McMahon screwed Bret Hart. He's like, Bret Hart screwed Bret Hart.
Yeah. The Canadian screw job.
Yeah.
and also, no matter how many times they do it, he still licks the boot of whoever the candidate is.
Yeah.
To many on the left, Biden is the symbol, the embodiment of capitalism's conspiracy against socialism, which risked and continues to risk fascism as a preferable alternative to socialist reform. I could go on for many more paragraphs about Biden's symbolic and practical failings, both to govern justly and to represent the democratic will.
If you're
But
not going to
surely-
go on about it, then shut up.
Yeah.
But surely, by this point, we can all agree that there are plenty of good reasons for people on the left to hate Biden and to criticize him.
Yes, there are.
All right. And here's where our author gets to the one simple solution to make sure he wins.
Oh dear.
All right.
Ah.
However, there is another ingredient required to reach the conclusion that Biden should be criticized. It's a belief, a very common one, which seems very reasonable, but I want to challenge it. The belief, quite simply, is this: telling the truth is good.
Yeah.
Is
I
that,
would
is that
li-
like in Spaceballs? This is why evil always triumphs, because good is dumb.
Yeah.
I would like to take this opportunity to explore the virtues of lying and the dangers of honesty.
So wait, you're saying that it's a fault of Joe Biden's that he's too honest?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no, what she's saying is we should lie to get him elected.
But you've
Well,
been
they
lying.
tried that. It didn't work. They tried that for the last 4
You're-
years.
You're leftist. Everything is a lie. Everything you say is a lie to everyone, including yourselves. You lie to yourself more than you lie to anyone else.
The year is 1939. You are a German citizen. There is a Jew hiding in your
Oh
basement.
God.
The Gus-
Jesus, no, stop this.
The
It's
Gestapo
an attic, and you know it.
knock on your door. Should you tell the truth or lie?
Oh, shut up.
Well, I'd tell the truth. Obviously, I got a Jew infestation and they can help me.
Yeah.
Yes, call the exterminators. I hear they
Yeah.
have good camps.
I was wondering what that scurrying sound behind the walls was.
No, you do what Cartman did at Fat Camp is you make a deal with the Jews to get some sort of money or resource out of them, and then you betray them to the Gestapo.
Yeah, there are a few
Well, just
people.
tell them to give up all their gold teeth, and you'll be just fine.
Yeah, the Jew gold is yours by right.
Jew
and
gold.
Then, yeah. and then you can turn them over.
There are a few people who would say that telling the truth is always the right thing to do. Fortunately, we live in a world without many strict Kantians. But when it comes to situations that don't involve the fragile balance of life and death upon a razor's edge, the case for lying becomes harder to make. There's a general tendency among most people to think at all times we should perceive the whole of existence with the greatest accuracy possible. This is not, however, the case among chaos magicians. Chaos magicians hold that belief is a tool, one that you ought to use responsibly. You can't just go around believing any old thing just because it's true.
What the fuck are you even saying?
Why do I get just a really bad image of Yu-Gi-Oh when we talk about chaos? It's like, you fool, you've activated my trap card.
No, I mean, I will grant there are times when lying is appropriate. If there's nothing to be gained other than hurt feelings, yeah, maybe a white lie is excusable, but like lying about a candidate to get them elected is quite different.
Oh, you mean lying for lying's sake?
Just the
Like,
you can't.
if someone says, what do you think of this shirt? If they've already bought the shirt, there's not much point saying, well, you look like shit, because that's like, okay.
Well, hold on now. They have been lying about Joe Biden since the very beginning. If for no other reason, lying by omission.
Yeah.
I mean, for starters,
It's still a lie.
For starters, we have the media, which was basically covering up his condition during his first presidential campaign. He didn't go out. He didn't reveal any of his positions until after he was elected. I would consider that, at the very least, a lie of a sort.
It absolutely is.
The point is that all of this lying has eventually got him to this point where the lies have caught up with him, and he has been exposed as a giant, more or less a giant fraud. The point is that
there's different types of lies. Some of them are excusable, some of them are beneficial, but this kind of lying is not.
Well, no, that's not really what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's not just that it's bad, it's that it has been proven impractical for him to do so. And so the real question now is, what the fuck are you gonna lie about to get people to vote for this guy? They've already told every fucking lie in the book. He went on stage and looked like a fucking crazy person.
No, I've seen I know the exact perfect lie. You just say, if you're voting for Trump, you actually have to show up a day later because they're breaking up the voting into 2 days now. That's the lie that you tell them to get Joe Biden elected.
Yeah, that's really about it. Is actually like physically interrupting the vote in some way. That's really the only big lie that you can tell, and to an extent that they've already done that.
Just
2020.
Just the sentence, "You can't believe any old thing just because it's true." That made the article for me.
That's a great line. Yeah. That is a great line.
What if someone gets hurt? You need to think carefully about your beliefs before you go believing them, and you need to really consider whether you're going to accomplish anything useful. Because of this attitude, chaos magicians have a much greater degree of freedom in their perceptions than most people. Belief in
if you're willing to believe lies, then yes.
Is this chaos magician in attack mode?
Possibly.
That's another Yu-Gi-Oh thing. I'm sorry, but every time I hear that, I just think, fucking chaos! Oh my god, you've activated my trap card!
I just want to know what this author intends to say that's untrue.
It's either Yu-Gi-Oh or it's like some retarded D&D thing.
I don't know. I don't remember anything about chaos magicians from D&D.
You're probably right. I don't either.
Because they wiped your memory frosted.
Yeah, because it's retarded.
It's probably some spiritual Wiccan, bullshit like that. Let's see. Okay, because of this attitude, chaos magicians have a much greater degree of freedom in their perceptions than most people. Belief informs perception. If you believe in ghosts, for example, you are more likely to have an experience where you think you see a ghost. A traditional truth-based thinker, a veritist, if you will, is concerned only with perceiving truth, and they are likely to conclude ghosts don't exist. A chaos magician, however, will think carefully about whether they want to live in a haunted house and decide accordingly. The chaot has a much greater degree of control over their life as a result. They are freer and more powerful.
Yeah.
So they can believe that ghosts exist because it serves their purposes, and then as soon as it doesn't, they can say, you know what, they don't exist after all.
No, I think it's
That
stupid.
does sound like a leftist. I'll
No.
give the author that.
No, Terry, I think it's even stupider than that. I think she's saying that if you believe it's haunted, it will be haunted.
Oh, okay.
So, it's freaking like Peter Pan Disney type shit. If you believe, it'll come true.
It's The Secret.
Yes.
The author's just reciting The Secret.
If you're educated on mental health topics, you may be familiar with the psychological phenomenon of dissociation. It's a defense the mind automatically uses against threatening information. At low levels, your experiences will seem less real and less emotionally resonant to you, as though you were watching your life through a movie screen instead of feeling it directly. In severe cases, dissociation can remove entire memories from your conscious awareness, and it can even result in the division of your psyche into multiple thinking people. Brains do dissociation.
I would just like to point out that this author thinks the only way Joe Biden can get elected is if everybody suddenly just becomes a total basket case.
Yeah. Some sort of shared delusion.
Through the careful application of lying and chaos magic, we will get him elected.
What the hell's a chaot?
Someone
a chaotic person, I believe.
It's not even
someone
a
who does
word.
chaos magic? I don't know.
Yeah, like because they said a veritist was someone who only believes the truth.
You know, you're right, Johnny. I'm starting to think that she's just making shit up.
Well, I'm just like I'm trying to get a grasp of this is like a word of the day calendar type thing, and the only thing that comes up, and I just looked it up in dictionary.com, is an adjective being complete and superior to subsequent leans.
Okay.
You know, I was actually on Twitter earlier, and
CHOATE.
somebody posted that they got banned by Merriam-Webster, the official site for Merriam-Webster, because they couldn't tell this guy how to define a female.
Brains do dissociation because it's useful. Being aware of everything you know and experience isn't always good. Traumatic experiences are sometimes best forgotten. Separating unhelpful emotions out into a new person is sometimes the only way to survive in the most desperate of circumstances. And omitting dangerous information isn't just for traumatic abuse. If someone is transgender, being able to control their perception of their own body is an absolute win. Many trans people go to great effort not to have to look at their own genitals, not to confront truth. We have a word for someone who points out that a trans person's body does not match their identity. It's asshole.
Honest. I was going to say honest, but I...
Sometimes the truth is just better left unsaid.
So your argument is that we shouldn't acknowledge reality because sometimes it's mean?
Yeah, sometimes it hurts people's feelings.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're literally arguing for feels over reals.
It's not my truth, so I don't want it anywhere near me.
If you believe that they have, like, a dick or something, that it will grow because of chaos magic.
This is a very interesting self-report. They're basically admitting that all of their positions are inherently lies.
Well, don't forget, this is the person who brought us ship.
Yes.
Criticism of Biden is dangerous, because there are a great number of people who will not vote for a politician they don't like. Convince one of these people that Biden is a bad...
Don't say.
Convince one of these people that Biden is a bad person, and you've convinced them to abstain in the 2024 U.S. election. An election that, if lost, will result in fascism. I recognize...
If you can convince someone to not vote for them, then they won't. Gee, that's a hard-hitting thought right there.
Yeah, deep stuff.
Yeah. I recognize the horrible sound of what I just said. That you should hide the truth in order to manipulate voters into making a decision they would not make if they were informed. It's disgusting. It's not something that anyone should ever have to consider. But we're talking about Project 2025 here.
There it is.
about the largest military in the world falling under the control of a fascist dictator. The 2016 election had international consequences on a massive scale. There are neo-Nazi militias now popping up all over the world, and a lot of very powerful people are trying to make this time worse.
I mean, that is true. That is true. A lot of very powerful people are trying to make the world worse. I will agree with that.
Yeah, Frosted, I'm starting to get kind of like a Charlie Kaufman adaptation vibe from this article, if you catch my drift.
See, I was actually thinking of Sunshine or the Spotless Mind or whatever it's called.
Eternal Sunshine?
Yeah. Yeah, where it's about you purposely get information out of your brain. Because you don't...
I'm thinking more like this article is turning into the thesis that it promotes.
Okay, there's an argument being made lately by Biden critics that we only need to scare the DNC into running a different candidate. The DNC's current second choice is Kamala Harris, a former attorney general with a controversial record on the topic of police misconduct.
Well, that's putting it mildly.
Kamala Harris has spoken out in support of the pro-Palestine protests on college campuses, but she has also spoken in support of Israel, saying...
And also about what can be unburdened by what has been.
I like how she ends that by saying, you know? Like, no, we don't know. We have no idea what you mean.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Let's see. Okay. Kamala Harris has spoken out in support of the pro-Palestine protests on college campuses, but she has also spoken in support of Israel, saying, and over, then, the past 8 weeks, President Biden and I have been clear. Israel has a right to defend itself. The difference between Biden's approach to Israel relations and Harris's is not clear, and at present there are no other clear candidates to replace Biden. I, for one, would love Bernie to take the job, but I think that's a wishful fantasy.
No, ham sandwich is the one and only candidate. I'm dying on this hill.
Biden critics also argue that policy is not the problem with Biden's campaign, but appearance. They argue that Biden's speech impediment is a threat to democracy, and that the DNC cannot currently afford to run a visibly disabled candidate.
Well, fortunately, it's not. Fortunately, it's not Joe's speech impediment that's getting in the way.
Yeah,
I believe that's called
dying.
He's got a stutter, didn't you know?
Retardation. Yeah. Harris would be better at mobilizing the base, they say, because of optics. But between incumbent advantage, the endorsements of Sanders and AOC, and the faith the DNC may lose by picking yet another candidate undemocratically, I am reluctant to say the advantages of switching candidate are so clear-cut. And the wave of anti-Biden sentiment, while contributing to the chance of a change in candidate, also inches us ever closer to a loss for Biden or whatever other candidate is run. People are listening, and they are finding the idea of voting for a Democrat ever more loathsome. Anti-Biden propagandists are essentially engaged in a game of chicken. They are telling the DNC, run someone else, because we're going to make sure the fascists win if you run Biden. It's a threat. And the thing about threats is, in order to work, they have to be scary. Rich white men are not scared of Trump. The DNC is telling leftists in return, suck it up and accept Biden, or we'll make sure the fascists win. I think I'm a lot more scared than the DNC is. I think people like us have a lot more to lose. I think the DNC are going to go full steam ahead and not care if fascism happens. To them, this is business as usual. They lose the game, no big deal. They won't feel the consequences of a fascist president like we will. Anti-Biden's speech promises to effect change through the risky game of threatening the end of democracy in order to get a different candidate. but I don't want to play that game. It's way too dangerous. Alright, so there we go. Lying and chaos magic will save democracy.
That's deep.
Yeah. Alright,
That's
well,
retarded as hell, but deep.
and
I would like to thank this article for being the most honest representation of the Democrat Party I've ever heard.
and the one comment is pants on fire. Alright. Well, at the end of the first article comes the first game. And that is
Yay.
Sad Libs Double Prompt Edition,
DP.
where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 2 words, and you guys fill in those words Mad Lib style, and the chat will vote on which one is best. Alright, so Jack, I need a transitive verb ending in ing.
Dumping. No wait, that's not done to another person. That would be transitive.
No, you can dump another person.
Well, yeah, but that's not really the mental image I'm going for.
So what are you going with?
How about stabbing?
Alright. Alright, Moon, I need a person.
Since we were just talking about him, Joseph Robinette Biden.
Yeah.
You can just put Joe Biden if you want.
I was going to.
Okay.
Oh, gee,
Alright.
thanks for your permission, sir.
Because I don't think that this retarded author would have qualified, but
Terry, I need a non-specific place. Just, any
See-
place that there's more than one of.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, do you mean like over there or like right here? They don't know. If it's just that, then whole house.
Alright. Okay. Johnny, I need a specific place. So, a place that there's only one of.
Well, that takes my original idea out.
Cliff Clavin's
Place.
kitchen.
Man, that's a deep
The
cut.
White House.
Okay, let's see. Moon, give me a verb.
how about abuse? No, how about fillet? There you go.
Alright. Okay, let's see. Terry, give me a living thing, plural.
I've got to go children.
It's a good Kevin Spacey impression. Alright, Johnny, give me a living thing.
Child.
Getting a bit lazy there.
Oh, dang it. I didn't see that. Never mind. I was focused on my own answer.
Alright,
We'll take it back a bit and we'll go with baby.
There you go.
Alright.
So now the yellow words say fillet children, baby.
Yeah, don't be a coward. Just do it. Alright. And Jack, I need a type of person.
Let's go with the old-fashioned terminology, Negro.
There you go.
Alright. So let's see. Jax is.
Oh, now it says fillet children, baby Negro.
Yeah, we're using never mind, I can't think of the word. Alright, Jax is. Will Biden make history stabbing the first woman president of the United States? All you need to do is fillet. That's easy.
Oh God.
Well, I mean, he could learn from Kamala. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, and Moons.
You're not Jill.
Joe Biden slept with all
Perhaps-
kinds. Joe Biden slept
Right.
with all kinds of children for 3 years.
I mean, that's just true.
Aw.
That's just factual. That's a real headline.
Wow.
All right, and Terry's. The whorehouse where I grew up and the queer baby next door. That's one gay ass baby. All right. All right, and Johnny's. What happened when I was arrested in the White House as a suspected Negro?
God.
Yes.
And we have a winner.
Front runner.
Uh,
I don't know. He looks kind of Negro-ish to me. Are you now, or have you ever been a Negro?
have you ever been a party of the Negro race?
And start
You have the
poll.
right to remain black.
And I start the polls so the chat can vote on which one is best.
Oh, I'm already gonna say this right now. Johnny's wins.
Oh yeah, fine, Mario.
I'm not going to vote for mine, so I will vote for the gay ass baby.
Yeah, I think mine's probably the weakest out of them.
I think if the second word was better, it would have been good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Moon.
Well, Moon sucks at this game. What do you want? You always go for like something cerebral.
Good.
Although there's something. Although I suppose the word filleted isn't exactly the most cerebral one.
Go with something more creative, like chunky.
Yeah.
Chunky always works. When chunky doesn't work, I won't use it.
All right. Well, Johnny's at 82%, so I think we can call this one.
He's the prairie Negro.
Suspected Negro.
Yes.
I want that as a shirt.
Well, it's
Now
funny
you
that you
can.
say that. You have a merch store.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
I don't know if they'll let you have that as a T-shirt, but
I mean, I did the poof-teenth one.
yeah, but they don't know it. They probably don't understand it enough to censor it.
And
Whereas
the,
Suspected
and the-
Negro is pretty blatant.
and the
It's the
royal
picture-
faggot swim trunks.
It's the picture of the White House. There is a black guy who just walked in, and then there's 3 cops standing outside yelling, "Get him!"
No. Have a picture of Obama.
Well, there you go.
Suspected Negro. It was just a picture of Obama.
All right. Well, now it's time for our second article. And in case any of you need legal representation, we have just the person.
Oh God.
Shit.
Spiritual lawyer versus human lawyer.
Oh God.
Is there such a thing as human justice? By
Oh
Ange,
God, save me.
by Ange de Lumiere.
By French douche.
Yeah.
French
Yeah.
douchebag.
If it's just the candle from Beauty and the Beast, I'm going to be very happy.
I gotta see what. Whoa, how do you spell this dumb shit's name?
Hold on.
Was that from the Taoist?
Okay, Angers de Nuit. Oh, okay. Hold on a second.
The Taoist Online.
All right, hold on a second. Let me take a look at this. Oh, it's a. Oh my God, is that a woman?
It is a woman.
I mean, you never
that.
know nowadays.
That is true.
Yeah, I was at Walmart this afternoon, and there's a freaking guy dressed up like a schoolgirl.
Yuck.
Oh, she has your typical "re" written all over her. All right, here we. Oh man,
That was
I mean-
for supporters of both magic and proto-science.
Oh, well, there
I
you
w-
go.
Can I just say I would rather read about human lawyer versus lawyer dog?
her picture's in chat. Enjoy.
Eh,
Something's wrong with her lower lip.
I don't know,
It's a man, baby.
I don't know, just basic middle-aged woman.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Alright. I've just started listening to an audiobook, Fake Law, written by an English barrister. The subtitle of that book is The Truth About Justice in an Age of Lies. I highly recommend it, although I realize it is probably more interesting for legal nerds like me than for spiritual seekers. Still, justice should matter.
I'm sorry, but the title alone disqualifies you as a legal nerd.
Let's see. Still, justice should matter to spiritual seekers, so keep reading. I guess we have to. Right?
Do we have a choice?
Didn't America outlaw spectral evidence after the Salem witch trials?
Maybe? I don't know.
But she's got something foolproof if you keep listening. All right.
Oh, here we go. That'll be
All
good now.
I have always cared about justice from a very young age. Interestingly, my 4 children also have an acute sense of justice too, and I take great pleasure in listening to them argue with me about the decisions I make and whether they are fair or not. But as a lot of lawyers will tell you, justice is not the same as fairness. It's complicated. 15 years into my career as a lawyer, the corporate world spit me out with no hope of ever taking me back in. I was made redundant whilst pregnant after emigrating to a country where I could not practice as a lawyer. And this
Right. Pregnant.
What?
Quote unquote pregnant.
Yeah. I don't know, she looks like a real woman, but you know, I've probably been fooled before.
Yeah. I just assume the worst.
By photos, for the record. Fooled by photos. Alright.
Just suck this pipe between my legs. Just close your eyes.
Yeah, he gave it to me for free. I just had to suck it out of a hose.
Yeah.
And this extraordinary and traumatic occurrence helped me give birth to a different lawyer in me. You could say that the day I gave birth to my son, I also gave birth to myself as a spiritual lawyer.
Well then.
Uh-huh.
I own that title with pride now. I know about spiritual laws. How? Because I have the I just realized that this sounds like a Neil Breen character.
Well, and they say that when a woman's pregnant, she's losing her faculties because it's essentially going into the child, and this is proof that she's retarded.
Don't you mean into the parasite that is in her uterus?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get that right. See.
How? Because I have the privilege and honor to be allowed in the Akashic records, which are the records of every living thing over time. I'm not saying to brag, but not everyone can or should enter the records. You need both integrity and to be able to detach from your ego enough to see clearly. This can take decades of therapy and self-development work.
You have detached from your ego by bragging about seeing stuff that no one else can.
Yeah. That's how it works, Johnny.
Yeah, man. But where the hell have you been?
I just wanted to make sure I was right.
I have pursued actively both for decades now, so it's not a coincidence that I'm allowed in. And let's see. Okay, I looked up what the Akashic records are. Let me just bring that up again. Let's see. Akashic records are a collection of all events, thoughts, words, emotions, and intentions that have ever taken place or will take place, in the past, present, or future. They are believed to exist in a non-physical plane called the mental plane, and are said to apply to all life forms, not just humans. So that's what she has.
Mental snakes on the mental plane.
So that's what she has access to. She is omniscient, apparently.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that really the way you want to convince people you don't have an ego? Is by claiming that you're like a god?
She is here now.
Theosophy.
Yeah, like I said, she's a neoprene character. Alright. Enough about me, though. Let's talk about the difference between human and spiritual laws. Human laws are complex, variable, and inconsistent because they are human. I was hoping that she had 4 dots there.
They are human.
Yeah. They require the intervention of lawyers who study for years to understand their own legal system, which is often the product of not just years of legislative activity, but are deeply ingrained in the culture of the country and often rooted in a system of privilege. Human laws are flawed and full of loopholes, and often the combination of 2 or more laws that have not been thought through properly can lead to heartbreaking injustice. Not to mention that judges, who are here to apply the law, often come from such places of privilege that it blinds them to the reality of marginalized groups. This also applies to lawmakers because they are mostly made by white privileged men in the Western world. So sadly, lawmakers and judges reinforce the injustice because of who they are and where they come from. Hence the absolute importance of inclusion and diversity at every level of society, including in the legal profession. So are blacks better able?
Secret Service.
Yeah, are blacks better able to access the Eternal Library?
Yes.
No. If that's true, they have to pronounce it library.
Oh.
Although, if they can't even find the DMV, how are they supposed to find another mental plane?
Yeah, fair point. Maybe there's KFC lining the road so they know where to go.
Oh, Terry, we love you, Terry.
Mental
They can
KFCs.
check online, but they need to.
Yes, of course. Mental
They can
chicken. Yeah.
They can check online, but they have to make sure that they can ask a white buddy if they know what a computer is.
Yes.
Yeah, because as we all know, most black people have never heard of computers.
No.
Well, now.
In contrast, spiritual law is simple. Spiritual law is not to be confused with canon, religious law, or spiritual laws. Spiritual law is not to be
confused with spiritual law.
Yep.
Well, I can understand why someone would make that mistake.
Yeah. Hey, if you were able to access the Akashic Library, Terry, you would understand that.
Yeah.
Maybe all that omniscience is frying your fucking brain. You ever think of that?
Yeah. Canon law is still human law, no matter what the clergy says. It is not spiritual law. Also, there is no judgment in spiritual law. In a way, spiritual law is a lot like the law of physics. It is universal and neutral. The people who know best about spiritual law are people who have experienced near-death experiences, NDEs, because they often get in direct contact with the spirit world in ways that even psychic mediums don't.
Wait. So they're saying that Trump is now psychic? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, Trump now is omniscient. He knows everything.
So then how can you vote for anyone but him? Oh, wow, this is a great campaign.
But before we get too ahead of ourselves, I would remind you that Joe Biden has also had a near-death experience as he had COVID.
Oh, right, yes.
I mean, hell, the stairs are a near-death experience for him.
I'm pretty sure that the man lives in a perpetual near-death experience, seeing as he's near-death.
No. He's young and healthy. What are you talking about?
Healthy at any size. There you go.
At any age.
At any age, yeah.
At any IQ.
Yeah.
Let's see.
At any.
Well, anyway.
I was walking through the.
Foothills of the Himalayas.
Yeah. They are freed of their human shell for a short period of time and have direct access to the spiritual world. And they almost universally come back to tell a story that shows us that everything is actually quite simple and that asks us to make most of our decisions after asking a simple question. What would love do?
Yeah. I was hoping the question would be, why haven't I gotten my period yet?
Or, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
I was going to say,
Wants to know what love is.
Yeah. He wants you to show him.
One of best books I have read about NDEs is Anita Morjani's memoir, Dying to Be Me. Spiritual law also asks of us to rise above our personal interests and asks what is for the highest good of everyone involved. The greater
I'm curious, does spiritual law also have a proofreader? Because she ain't it.
Yeah.
I would really love to see her argue this stuff in court.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I would watch that show, like Spirit Lawyer.
Yeah.
To answer the
But Your Honor, a ghost told me to do it.
No, the ghost told me he's innocent, so he must be. He can't have done it.
To answer the question asked in the subtitle, there is such a thing as human justice, but as everything human, it is imperfect. We need to aspire to a fairer system of justice and fight for what is right. All too often, people in power push for laws that will favor their people. We need a system of checks and balances to avoid that happening, and good people who will fight for what is right. A lot of good lawyers do that on a daily basis. I've recently decided to support a charity here in the UK called the Good Law Project. I encourage you to find a similar organization in the country you live so that the advance of human rights is not endangered. This has
It
already
has to be good. It has good in the title. It's
Yeah.
good law.
that is like
And
the
she spelled favor wrong.
yeah. That's like the dumbest name. Like, what do we call our organization based on making law better? Good law. I
We
like
should
it.
tell people that it's a project too. The Good
Yeah.
Law Project.
I don't know about you, but I'm gonna start the Bad Law Project.
Yeah.
You stand for what is good, but I stand for what is bad.
I'm gonna start the Alan Parsons Project.
Let's get the
Killing
troops involved. Law Project X.
Killing is badong.
It's bad and wrong. It's badong. This has already happened in the UK, where the current government, drunk from the power it gained during the pandemic, is doing its best to erode the rights of marginalized groups. And if you want to learn how being a spiritual lawyer is a lot more satisfying than being a human lawyer, subscribe to my podcast, True Spirituality with Angie, so you can be notified when the episode comes out.
So this was just an ad. The whole article was just an ad.
Yes.
Again, there's just a comment saying, "Oh, that's really interesting. I like to learn about philosophical viewpoints." I'm not sure I can get behind the premise that rising above personal interests is the highest good. Yeah.
Fat girl, what do you want, honey?
And nothing about, what the fuck do you mean about a mental plane spiritual library?
And people in chat are making the moon laser joke about the Alan Parsons Project.
Yeah.
From the
I like the one from the third one. Preparations A through G were a complete failure. So we're going with Preparation H.
Why don't you just call it Operation Ass Cream, you ass?
Alright, and with the end of the second article comes the second game, which is for the chat only, boobs. And that's the Caption Contest.
Me.
where I'll show a photo of a political figure event, and the chat has come up with a caption for it, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show. So, this week, of course, we got one from the assassination attempt. I mean, I would have gone with the, iconic one with the flag, but I thought this one was more memeable.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I like one that Razor Fist put out, where it's like me being dragged out of Olive Garden after eating all the breadsticks. Let's see.
I'll do for a Klondike bar.
And this is how I got rid of my first wife.
No, Cannibalistic's got the first one so far. Or he's got my vote so far.
Well, there's only been 2 entries, and one of them is from Tier, so it's a low bar.
I know.
Yeah.
Come on, people. We need some more ideas.
See, I don't even know what a Klondike bar is, and I've got no choice but to vote the Cannibalistic Wizard.
They're not that good.
It's just
Yeah,
ice cream with a chocolate shell around it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's okay vanilla ice cream chocolate shell in the shape of a brick.
I'll be right back, guys.
And it's okay.
It is okay at best, and it's super expensive.
So why would you do anything for one then?
Which is why partially why it tastes okay. Like,
Let's
Yeah,
see.
because you eat it, you ask yourself, I paid how much for this?
I killed my wife for this.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
Okay.
I found out how many 5-year-olds I can fight at once.
Okay, I like that.
I bet you're wondering how... Oh, okay. For a sec, I thought Johnny put one in. I bet you're wondering how I got here.
You guys are letting that joke get carried away way too far.
I think Will's would be better if it had a needle scratch.
What is this dwarf in front of me for? Let's see. When you smash the baddies, your friends talked up all night. How to juice an orange from 150 yards away.
Shit. Okay, I like James's one now.
Black power. Yeah, give it a few more seconds.
James's reminds me of Monty Python with like how to recognize different types of trees from quite a long way away.
The larch.
The larch.
Best group hug ever.
Yeah.
She looked 18, I swear. Alright, I think I'll cut her off there. So, what are you guys going with? Jack?
I think Della took it at the last second for me with best group hug ever.
Jack?
I think that I'll go for I like James Cawley's. I think that's clever.
Alright, Moon? Oh, is he not back yet? Alright, Johnny?
I was kind of going with Cannibalistic Wizards. The Klondike bar.
Oh, alright. Let's see. What was the one that I liked?
I think he basically got censored.
What got censored?
If Thierry's saying he put in 2 that you didn't see, then I'm guessing YouTube censored him.
All right, and I think I gotta go with Red Dirt Runner. She looked 18, I swear. All right, well, we'll have to wait for
different ones.
We'll have to wait for Moon to break the tie, I guess.
Okay.
I would have put something along akin to I said no fat chicks.
Yeah. And if you saw a slope, then you probably should get out of the Chinese district of America.
Well, as I've said
What's
before,
Perfect doing over there?
as I've said before, if you have rooftop Koreans, doesn't that make it a sloped roof?
Yeah. I made a similar thing. I made a similar joke on Twitter where someone was saying "say nope to the slope" was like the Secret Service's new motto, and I said, "That's right, get rid of all the Asians."
All right. Are you back, Moon? Yeah. All right.
What's
Well,
that mean? You agree with me? Oh well, okay. I think that counts.
oh yeah, Moon just DM'd me. He votes for the one I did.
Yeah.
Where did he say he was going?
Hmm.
Apparently,
Maybe he wants to join the best group hug ever.
he went to go get milk. He'll be back.
He's trying to find the Akashic Library.
There you go. He doesn't realize that he's not crazy enough to do that.
Went for a bag of cigarettes.
Mm.
Moon. Moon.
Moan.
Everyone just yell for Moon.
Moon.
How about this,
Oh.
son? Then she'll have to say hi to us all, and then that'll fill in the time.
Yeah. So, what have you guys been up to?
So, do you like stuff?
I like stuff.
I don't like stuff.
I choose you. And there's a picture of a train.
I'm learning.
Yes. Hi, Principal Skinner. Hi, Super Nintendo Charmers.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
I'm thinking of calling it, no beer and no TV make Homer something something.
Go crazy?
Go crazy?
Don't mind if I do! Back when The Simpsons was
Stevie
funny.
Cat has just said Tom, so I will say Jerry to round that out.
Okay.
The doctor
you
said
guys-
I'd have less nosebleeds if I kept my finger out of there.
What do you guys need?
You to vote.
Yeah,
Oh,
we got a tie. Like a four-way tie.
Oh.
You okay there, man?
yeah, don't worry about me. That first one I liked the most was from Cannibalistic Wizard.
Klondike
The
bar?
I like bar.
Yeah.
Did anyone else vote for that one?
I did.
There you go.
Okay, so it looks like Cannibalistic Wizard wins.
I was so hoping that he'd just pick a totally random one and have a 5-way tie.
Alright.
been my Wookiee.
Yes.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine.
Okay.
And let's see. Also, another solution giver from Medium gives us how we can protect democracy in our country.
Excellent.
I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah.
Is it kill one of the candidates?
No,
Well, they've
it's,
already tried that and they failed.
No, the best way to protect democracy is to get rid of democracy.
Well, there you go. That's an approach.
The undisputed end of fascism. Oh, sorry. The undisputed end of fascism. The case
Yes.
for liberal authoritarianism.
We need to stop people from having faces. It's gone on too long.
And
The faces have gone too far.
And,
Ooh La La was an okay song at best.
and apparently this was done by a 15-year-old on a first draft. That's
Yeah.
It may come as a surprise to most people to see the words liberal and authoritarian juxtaposed against each other in unison. However, in my opinion, I find those who find themselves strongly aligned with liberalism and her institutions may also find themselves to heavily agree and believe in principles that can be coined as liberal authoritarianism. Liberalism and democracy are only as strong as the institutions that uphold them. An authoritarian rule is the last stand.
No, that doesn't say that.
What?
Oh, yeah, I thought that maybe they spelled it wrong. It looks weird.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah.
It
It just looks weird.
it's missing an I.
There it is. I knew there was something wrong with it.
Authoritarianism.
Yeah. I don't know. It just looks weird.
Authorityism.
Yes.
That's what it is.
An authoritarian rule is the last stand to truly ending democracy. Democracy is pointless to build and fight so hard to uphold without the foundations that uphold her. The hash truth is it is... The hash truth is it is more worth protecting democracy herself, even if in a system where protecting her means the infringement of the democratic rights of those in that democratic system.
Okay, Microsoft Word will autocorrect for you, so you can keep that space between her and your period.
The space bar is for cowards. As we've seen over the past several years, a large amount of MAGA supporters, which is half of the voting country, also he capitalizes things for no reason, would have no problem having Trump as their dictator who abides by no rules, no terms, no peaceful exchange of power, a complete evaporation of democracy. Now, if a candidate were to run and said if he got elected he would do everything in his power to become dictator, and some authoritative governmental body or law in an alternative universe removed this candidate's ability to run or win an election, despite him hypothetically, let's say, having as large and enthusiastic of support that Trump does today, is this really the bad position?
I don't, to quote Arrested Development, I don't understand the question and I won't respond to it.
You just can't deal with the hash truth. Deep down, we know what the right position is. We just have become so afraid to dare step on democracy, even against those who want to destroy it. Now, of course, we can talk about how our branches of government supply a wall of defense against power-hungry maniacs who'd love nothing more to be a dictator if elected. However, Congress and the Senate can switch like that, and the new MAGA populists are gaining more and more ground in the GOP establishment. Let's say in this hypothetical world that was just referred to before, this same scenario was happening. Our wall of defense put up by our branches of government were getting weaker, and the out and proud wannabe dictator Cannondite is getting closer and closer to winning the election.
Does this motherfucker not know how to separate paragraphs?
One big paragraph that makes it a super paragraph.
Or put spaces after commas?
Or periods.
They are the comma chameleon. They don't want you to know where the commas are.
This person is bringing out my inner Nazi or grammar Nazi. And my inner Nazi too, right, Terry?
Yeah.
Well, I was actually going to say, if there's grammar Nazis, does that mean that there's grammar Jews?
Oh, that is the final solution.
The grammar Jews are the ones who think that finna is a word.
Exactly.
Okay. With my writing teacher in college loathed when anyone started a sentence with "however."
Okay. Yeah, but I have heard that. It's the same with the word "but." You're not supposed to start sentences with it, but don't worry about that.
You're not supposed to end it with a preposition or something for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it was Churchill who said that's the kind of nonsense up with I will not put, to make the point of how stupid it sounds.
Okay. With a strong near half the country supporting him, do we just let him get elected and let democracy erode away? The answer anyone who truly has any care for democracy actually believes is of course not. We cannot let this nutcase win. We cannot let democracy be destroyed. Say in even a more worst-case scenario, a candidate is openly calling for the reversal of all the civil rights acts and bills and wants to make all minorities second-class citizens. I like this guy.
Democracy, and it's getting
Can I
away.
vote for this person? I will become an American citizen if I can vote for that candidate.
Citizens. All right.
I'll become one of those then.
Yeah. If it's a given that the walls... If it's a given that the walls of democracy are already heavily weakened at this point, and this new sect of anti-civil rights people are gaining serious power and numbers in the House, Senate, and Supreme Court, and the candidate who is the face behind it all has 50% support of the country, just like the other example used before, and very well could win, why let him win?
Just because people want him to be the president doesn't mean you have to let him be the president.
All the best authors have like 2-page long sentences.
Yeah.
Why let him have the opportunity to make black people, gay people, and every other minority you can think of second-class citizens? Is it worth it to risk making people second-class citizens under the guise of not disturbing democracy? Sorry, but I call BS. There is no point in trying so hard to keep this system in place if there are no rules placed in check already to make sure nobody will ever gain the system to overturn democracy or usher in fascism. That's all for me to...
There's no point in trying so hard or coming so far if in the end it doesn't even matter.
I would just like to point out that ChatGPT had an update yesterday.
Why does this author hate Trump? Because Trump is a bastard man. That's all for me today, folks. Happy New Year.
And this was written when?
December 29th.
Okay.
So, yeah, we need to protect democracy by getting rid of democracy to protect the citizens.
I wish that I could just write this off as some generic stupid bozo, but the fact is that this logic is extremely prevalent in society today, especially considering that the entire left doesn't seem to understand what democracy is and why it is, or in my opinion, is not important.
And that's how we end fascism.
Yes.
Fascism needs to end.
These people, they seem to think that there are only two kinds of government: fascism and democracy.
No, that's true. What other kinds have ever existed?
I don't know, but I'm sure whatever it is, it's never been tried.
Yeah.
All right. But at the end of the third article comes our final game.
Here we go. This is the fun part.
And that is Poe or No Gender Edition.
Oh, joy.
Where I'll give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up. And you have to figure out which one is made up.
So help me God, if one of them is lumpy gender, I'm going to beat your ass.
Lumpy
Lymphatic.
gender, lumpy gender.
You hush.
right.
Lymphchoric. Lymphchoric has to be there.
Lymphchoric.
And hi, Jack. Hi, Terry. Hi, Frosted. Hi, Johnny.
Hi, son.
Hi, son.
Wait, there's everybody saying it.
Say hi, son.
Hi,
Hello, son.
Potato. Hi, Keith. Hi, Brandon.
And Johnny Hellcat's kid.
Both kids, yeah.
Both kids said hi.
Hi, Johnny Hellcat's children. Hi, Six. Hi, Pissed Off Shih Tzu. Hi, my car.
And
Hi, Cannibalistic Wizard. Hi, Rotten Corpse. Hi, Tear.
Yeah. Evolve says son is the best thing about Moon being here.
whatever. Terry read your Evolve post, so you're the best thing about me being here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, duh.
Whatever.
I wish I had thought of this when Terry brought it up, but cut my lymph into pieces. This is my last
There you
resort.
go.
Oh, Frosted, what was that that stream title that you had made up earlier when we were before the show?
You don't know what you don't know.
Oh
what
yeah,
you got.
you don't know what you got till it's gone.
You don't know what you've got until it's gone. Yeah.
Ha. Ha.
And then the Vogue says they hated Jesus because he spoke the truth.
Hey, we found out that the truth is sometimes bad. You can't believe something just because it's the truth. I got all right. That and suspected Negro. I got to put on a shirt.
Yeah.
God.
All right. So gender A. Shenanigan lexic.
Oh
What?
God.
Gender related to the
Yeah.
word shenanigan or shenanigans.
The next person says shenanigans. I'll pistol whip the next person that says shenanigans.
Hey, Farva.
All right.
Yeah,
Gender
what was
B.
that restaurant called? They had the cheese fries or something like that?
Please tell me it's about being hoodwinked by little dwarves or elves, right?
I have no idea.
Gender B. Microsoft Edge gender.
Oh my God.
Gender which seems to get into the way of everything.
How appropriate.
Yeah.
Zing.
And gender C. Burnphoric.
Oh my God.
Xenogender related to feelings of joy or euphoria resulting from burns.
What?
Which is the fake one?
Alright, so give me a sec to start a poll for the chat so they can vote on which is real. And don't forget one of the options that
I'm
they're all
going to say
real.
B because
Or-
not even those faggots would use Edge.
Or which one is fake, rather.
The only time I use Edge only at work, and that's because I have to for a certain website I access.
The only reason you ever use Edge is to download Chrome or some other browser.
Basically.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, I use Brave instead of Chrome, but I mean,
Oh.
I hope that B is not the correct answer, but that being said, I'm gonna vote for it anyway because I will be absolutely tickled if the Tumblr faggots hate Edge just as much as I do.
Alright, Moon.
I say B because reasons. Probably
Yeah,
for
I
the same reasons that Terry said.
yeah.
Alright, so
I
Terry,
hope
you're
it's
also
real,
going...
but I'll vote for it anyway.
Yeah.
Terry, you're also
No,
going with
I
Microsoft.
said B because I don't think nobody uses Edge, not even those faggots, is what I said.
Alright. Johnny.
And I will throw my hat in that one too. Yeah, B.
Well,
Everybody's
wow,
saying B.
unanimous. Wow.
I
And
Has that
Chet,
ever happened on this show?
I don't think so.
and Chet's going B.
Oh wow.
And to throw in the thing, Scarecrow thinks it's C.
Okay.
All right.
Look,
And
the
Braniel.
the fact that chat is not going all real is something impressive. Just that. So
Yeah.
for
Braniel.
B to be winning the chat poll is pretty big.
Yeah, what does Braniel say?
Braniel says A.
Come on.
All right. Yeah, let's give it a few more seconds on the poll, although it'll probably stay B.
I can't imagine that moving.
Braniel, you doing okay over there? Says he's seeing 3 A's.
If he passes out, take his lymph node.
There you go.
I'm trying to get you a
I
new
won't-
one, Moon.
I don't
I
want
won't-
anybody else's.
I won't take his lymph node, but I may get a picture of it.
There you go.
God. That was a direct shove, you little shit.
Oh, Moon, you don't have a picture of your lymph node? I do.
No.
Well,
We all do.
All the coolest kids have a picture of a lymph node.
You guys are assholes.
I have it in a locket around my neck. Yeah.
Oh, how nice. Come on, get up here.
All right. Well, I can end the poll there. Looks like chat went with B, followed by A. All right. And
We're all
the
gonna feel
answer
like asses
is
if it's A.
The answer is C is fake.
You
There you
fucker.
go.
Ah.
Now,
There better be a fucking flag for B. Let me
Yeah.
tell you.
it's because if you say, "Oh, we don't have a flag for B," then no.
Yeah. I hope the flag is just 404 flag not found.
Or just the window of we noticed that it's not your default browser.
Yes.
We notice this isn't your default flag.
Your default gender. So here's the one for shenanigan lexic, which is like a headache and a flag.
Oh,
Oh
God.
shit.
And here's Microsoft Edge gender.
That
Lame.
first one
Yeah.
looks like somebody is fucking looking at Cinnabon and you're completely fucked up on hallucinogens.
I just love the idea of someone like marching with a flag with the Microsoft Edge logo.
Yeah.
That looks like something that I saw my senior year in the art hall.
All right, but that's not all though. All right, there we go. Okay, we also have Porno Gender Edition 2 Retarded for TV, where I'll give you a gender which is really stupid, but it's too retarded that you would think I made it up. All right. And this week's gender is Viscera-techic. Technogender related to machinery with insides that resemble blood or human organs.
Okay.
Okay.
So the Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
No, that has outside that resembles a human. This is the opposite.
Ah,
So it's like
Yeah,
if
that would be Viscera-techic.
so it's like if you sent a person from the past into the Terminator times, it would be a person disguised as a robot. It would be the opposite.
Yeah.
All right,
so
and
that episode of Futurama then.
and there's
What
the
the
flag,
hell?
which is kind of gross looking.
Yeah.
Ew.
I almost made this the C gender for this week, but I thought it was just a little too. I didn't think you guys would think I made it up.
I wonder if
So
one
you
of the
made it
genders
retarded.
on the
That's
wiki
great.
is flag it because like you just like flags a lot. That's your gender.
I don't
Flag
know.
gender.
Well, flag it. Yeah.
All right. Well, now it's time for our final story, which is actually a two-parter.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's actually two very short articles by the same author. One's kind of a follow-up to the other.
Okay.
All right. So, the first one is 7 reasons why I think the attempt on Trump's life was fake. Yep, I said it.
Oh God, is this that Lilith
Oh, God.
Hudson shit? Yep, I gotta look her up.
You are fake news.
Oh yeah, this is the one who's kind of hot, but she's wearing that cringy one black wing.
Oh god.
Oh,
yeah,
yep.
yeah, that's I remember that.
Psycho bitch. Yep.
She's that fucking Satanist woman, isn't she?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like 3/4 of the women on Medium are probably Wiccans.
Jesus.
I would
was
say
gay. For crying out loud. Yeah, yep, she's the one.
Yeah.
Ooh, is that what I think it is? Nope, never mind. Oh, I looked up images for her, and all of a sudden I see one of 2 women kissing. I'm like, okay then.
You're looking up her OnlyFans.
Yeah.
No, and I'm not even going to say,
Yeah.
here's another one of a woman covering up her boobs.
Jesus fucking
Actually,
Christ.
there is a second wing there.
Okay. And Jesus fucking Christ, would that just be him jerking off?
I don't know,
I
possibly.
mean, does anybody want me to link a picture to this woman again? I mean, we
Yeah,
saw
go
No.
for it. Go.
It's-
Like, what difference does it make? Just put it in chat.
You
Anyway,
can link.
Difference at this point doesn't make.
It's
You can
in the
look-
hole, Terry.
You can link the one, the woman covering her boobs.
Okay, I'll do that
Yeah.
one instead.
Yeah.
It won't be her, but it'll be a large image.
We can pretend it's her, and as we
Yeah.
learned, if we believe it enough, it will be her.
Okay, there she is. Enjoy. Chill.
Oh yeah,
Pause while everybody looks.
that's her, all right.
Oh yeah, that is absolutely her.
All right.
I'm gonna wait to look before, like, since my kids are behind me.
No, it's fine, Johnny. Go ahead. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's see. Trump has
I don't
done
need
it.
any phone calls.
Trump has done it again. Whenever you think we can fucking relax a little, maybe, he brings us all into some drama he is having, so we can't live our own lives and have to revolve our lives around him. That selfish guy getting shot.
Yeah, what a prick.
Yeah,
So someone-
how dare he?
So someone tried to assassinate him at one of his rallies today, but personally, I think it's bullshit. I think it was staged to make him look like a living martyr and a hero. Either he or someone who works for him staged it for attention. Do I have proof of this? No, and we don't have to pretend my theory about it is proof. But it's a hunch, and I'll explain why after you watch the video of the event in case you haven't seen it. And I'm pretty sure we've all seen it. Here
Yeah,
are the
the-
reasons.
Okay, first of all, before we go into the bullshit reasons, there's no way. There's no... Because the idea that somehow the shot was pre-planned to happen exactly that way is just preposterous. It's way too accurate a shot. It would have very well risked killing Donald Trump if they had planned it in advance like that.
Yeah,
There's just no way.
Hey, 20-year-old kid who wasn't good enough to be in his rifle club. I want you to
Yeah.
hit me in just the ear from 150 meters away. You know,
Yeah.
where if you're even an inch off, I'm dead. I'm sure you can do it.
Just remember how retarded that kid looks, and then ask him to play William Tell.
Yeah.
Alright, here are the reasons why I call bullshit. 1. The Secret Service acted like bumbling idiots. The reaction time was super delayed and they did not shield him well. Number 2. An eyewitness told police that the gunman was approaching and going to try to do this, and the police ignored him. 3.
Okay.
3. The Secret Service did not secure any of the nearby low-rise roofs, something even someone like me, an average person, could think of doing to protect the presidential candidate, and they ignored someone climbing up one with a gun.
This is proof that the Secret Service is corrupt, not that Trump staged anything.
Well, clearly, though, it was because of the sloped roof. Okay, come on. We all know that a sloped roof is very, very difficult to climb up.
Asian
Especially
roofs are
since
bad.
those-
Got it.
Especially since those snipers that they employed were already up a sloped roof. That doesn't mean anything. Those were hired workers.
A sloped roof has become the new grassy knoll.
Yeah.
Alright. Number 4. Trump is a coward. Yet he made sure to stop and expose himself to everyone. But wow, I missed that part of the video.
Yeah, damn.
Man, okay, I just
Trump after hours.
that's the only thing more badass he could have done than what he did, is if he just like helicopter dicked right after getting up.
For just $5 a month on OnlyFans.
Hey, guess what? You missed. Bada-bada-bada-bada-bada.
Oh my
Just in the middle in front of God, and everyone just drops trow and just starts going.
You gave me a shot to the face, now it's your turn.
That's how he deflects bullets. He just fucking pulls his dick out and just twirls it. It's like,
He,
it's like
he deflects like a lightsaber.
yeah. Complete with a noise. It goes wow, 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 wow.
He made a point of telling the Secret Service to wait, even though there could have been other gunmen, if it was a real attempt after it happened. He insisted on leading the crowd in cheer for him to seem like a hero before he left.
No, he did that just to let them know that he was still alive.
Yeah.
This had nothing to do with being a fucking hero. He's like, hey, look, I'm still here, because the crowd was afraid he was dead. But then you see him pop his head up. Everyone just says, fuck yeah, they celebrate because he is still alive. So this person is completely... It's a fucking Medium article. Never mind. Next.
Honestly, Frosted, I thought your caption for the photo for the caption contest would have been the lady hiding behind Trump.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also
Oh,
a good
yeah.
one.
The one that looks like she's giving a fucking proctology exam.
And who couldn't find her holster?
Yeah.
Like even if they're like the best agents of all time, they're like a foot shorter than him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5, he was barely injured, just enough to make him look like a hero. Number 6, he wants to distract everyone right now from Project 2025 because it's making him look bad.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? This Project 2025 thing doesn't look like it's turning out very well. Hey,
Yeah.
why don't I have someone shoot me?
I like it. They keep clinging on to this thing, even though he has no claim that it's going to be his platform.
He never talked about it, and the one time it was brought up to him, he said he had no part in it, and everybody is talking about it like it's his baby, even though he's never mentioned it. Now, granted, from a superficial level, I don't even know what's in the project, but the few things that I've heard about it were like kind of based.
That's 7. This is a perfect way to give him attention and rally his base into a fervency over him, and to even make independents defend him and the Democrat president, because it will be important for everyone to condemn people attempting things like this.
Why don't you just say number 8? Trump just wheeled out a big fucking wheel and spun it to see what would come up with. Oh, hey, look, it landed on assassination attempt. Let's see how far this goes.
I'm tired of the bullshit and drama Trump brings our country and the never-ending chaos. This is another example.
Wait, I thought Chaos Magic was good.
We get it. You're gonna vote for somebody else. Okay, just say that. Okay, just say
No.
I'm not gonna vote for him. I'm gonna vote for the other guy. Done. You don't need.
I think this is an endorsement because we learned from the other article that Chaos Magic is good and Trump is bringing chaos. So I mean, this is an endorsement.
Maybe he used chaos magic to make his ear all bloody to fake it.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
I think that Donald Trump needs to find that damn Chaos Emerald.
Oh God!
This is the mental plane.
It's no use. All right, and now we go on to the second article, which is one that she wrote a couple days later.
Oh God!
How I fucked up writing about Trump.
And Moon, I think we need another photo because.
Part 2.
No, this is the same person.
No, I know that's my.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, we need another photo. All right. Let's try this again. When it comes to writing articles on Medium regarding current events, it's better to be quick, generally, than to take your time. When I wrote my last article, I was extremely emotional because of the assassination attempt on Trump. It's an extremely shocking video, and I didn't give myself time to process things before speaking about it. I had literally just...
Hold on. You were saying it was fake. What emotion were you going through exactly?
Terry, I put another picture in the chat for you and for everybody else.
Hey, Frosty, I sent you a link because I just looked up, I tried to look up a different picture of her. And there's another article called, I tried to join Project 2025. Holy shit, I'm scared. And it had that same picture.
I'm just picturing her like wearing a wire, thinking she's some undercover cop or something. All right, let's see. Okay, I had literally just watched it, and it's a surreal thing to see. This has literally been the worst election cycle in the history of America. The last debates were the worst debates of all time. Oh, I disagree wholeheartedly. And a lot is on the line, and I'm fucking emotionally exhausted from it already. I wish we could start all over again with all brand new candidates and didn't have to have these two. I can't believe it's only July, and we have several more months of this shit left. So much has happened in a short time that I'm literally on edge now. What the fuck is
wait, maybe we just discovered her gender if she's on edge.
Yeah. What the fuck is every new day going to bring? If I had to write my article again, it wouldn't be focused on whether or not the event was staged. It would be on the bullshit Trump is putting us through, and what everyone is fucking ignoring. The fact that Trump led everyone in a cheer as it happened and encouraged everyone to fight, fight, fight. I went into the video when I first saw it, 100% certain that nothing was staged. I just watched it because it was shocking news and I wanted to inform myself. I also didn't expect to write an article about it. But it immediately struck me as fake. Why? Because it was one of the most insane things that I've ever seen. Instead of Trump acting
I was
more...
hoping to be like, why? I'll tell you why. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
If Chewbacca lives on Endor, you must have quit.
Apparently that's like an actual like thing that lawyers will say now.
Yeah.
Instead of Trump acting normal and being sheltered away by the Secret Service, who should have been more worried about him, he was obsessed with his fucking shoes and leading a crowd in chant for him as he encouraged them to fight, fight, fight.
Oh, let's see. Considering that his shoes probably cost more than your life.
Yeah.
I thought it was fake because I'm used to presidents who want peace, presidents who want to unite the country, presidents who want to help people and aren't obsessed with power. So you see, it's Trump's fault that she thought it was fake.
Yeah.
If he had gotten shot better, then maybe she would have known.
What was he wearing?
Yeah. But here is fucking Trump getting energized by an assassination attempt against him. He wasn't horrified. He wanted to stay and enjoy it more, even though there was no guarantee that there wasn't more than one shooter or that he was safe.
No, there's only one shooter, and his name is McGavin.
He loved it, and that made so little sense to me that I thought, there's no goddamn way he didn't orchestrate this or know about it ahead of time. Because why is he enjoying it so much otherwise? Why does it uplift him and his base to make them see him as a hero?
Wow.
And it's because he's that fucking violent and insane.
Yep, he sure is.
I've let myself focus on the wrong thing, whether it was real or fake, when really none of that matters. What matters is that...
Things like energy and happiness, these are all just words. It's all just fascism.
What matters is that somehow Trump riled up someone in his own party enough, registered as a Republican since 2022, that they attacked him and then insisted on the crowd cheering about it afterwards and calling everyone to fight. And that is goddamn crazy and disturbing and not normal.
Yeah, let me tell you about people that register a certain affiliation. My stepfather is a registered Republican, and he has voted Democrat for the last 40 years. So
yes, a lot of people do that.
Yeah. So just because you're registered as something doesn't mean you follow those lines.
So for what purpose, though? Why would you register as a Republican and never vote for him?
Well,
go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, well, the thing is that there is no incentive not to register Republican. So, for example, if I want to vote against Donald Trump in the Republican primary because I'm a Democrat, I will register as a Republican so I can vote on the Republican ticket.
Exactly.
But me registering as a Republican does not impact the choice I can make during the general election. So just because I'm a registered Republican doesn't mean I can't turn around and vote for Joe Biden if I want to.
Yep.
So what's the point of registering at all then? Like,
There really isn't, other than the fact that it gives you the ability to vote.
In the primary.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, theoretically, you could just register as an independent and vote any way you want, but I don't know why people choose to go Republican, to be very honest.
Yeah.
Mostly it's polling data, shit like that.
There's never been something like this in the history of America. Never, and I fucking hate it.
Then leave.
Well, I hate to be that guy, but not only has there been things like that, but they've been much worse.
So, damn it, Trump, why did you make this woman write an article that was wrong?
Yeah.
How selfish can you get?
Yeah.
I'm just having trouble really pitying this woman. Oh golly gee whiz bangers. I wish I could feel as angry as her. Oh wait, I can't. Because I really don't care.
This is good Trump derangement, but it's not top tier Trump derangement.
No, not even. This is like boring TDS.
Yeah, you need to go to an Olbermann if you want some top quality derangement.
Oh god, if he wrote for Medium, oh my god.
I would pay for a Medium account if Keith Olbermann was writing articles.
Yes.
My favorite TDS article though is still what was it?
Pregnant Goku, I know.
No. It was I stopped going to the gym because of Donald Trump. Now I can't open jars.
Wow.
There was an article by some guy named Jeremiah called "Too Bad I Don't Like Trump."
There you go.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Do we get a tertiary? Come on, give us a fifth one.
I'm afraid that's all I had prepared.
Oh, but you put so many links into Discord.
Well, yeah. I mean, I got tons of stories that I haven't done going back months and months.
You do that just to fuck with us, don't you?
Yeah,
you know
but
you do.
It'd be like a 12-hour stream if you did every article they posted in
well, I keep those in reserve in case, there's a week where I don't find many.
Gotcha.
I can go, like the spiritual lawyer one was from May, All right.
And the Night of the Rabbit review. I mean,
oh yes.
Well,
Jack's favorite game.
Well, that one I wrote myself. I mean, what? So I'll take a moment
Frosted is a contributing author.
Someday.
Yes.
Someday.
Frosted, before you go on, let me Keith has asked me to give an update on my condition right now. So in the event that anybody didn't see it either on Twitter or on my Discord, I will let everybody know that I did have the surgery to remove the lymph node yesterday, in case you missed the jokes that were made at the beginning of this stream.
Yeah.
It went well. My surgeon also removed a bunch of other lymph nodes that they found were not necessarily suspicious, but were abnormal, which could have potentially led to them also becoming the same way. So those have been taken out. The primary one that was really swollen has been removed. I am in very, very little pain now, but it is being managed by opioids, a combination of opioids and some Aleve. So I'm not necessarily out of it per se, but I am not feeling any pain right now. So that's that. I'm not supposed to lift anything over 10 pounds for probably the next week. So that means no picking up doggies or anything like that, because they're both a couple of chunksters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Moonshock's dog is the host of the Young Turks, is what I just heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will never be ruled or seen as cancer-free because the stage 4 was systemic. So there will always be the chance of it coming back, and I will have to be doing regular scans for the rest of my life, probably every 3 months.
The other thing is you can't say that you're cancer-free because you spent a fortune on this cancer.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, I can actually tell you right now, because I look at it from time to time, my insurance has been billed almost $400,000 for my treatment so far.
Yeah,
And it would have been about triple that had I actually gone through all of the immunotherapy, because that stuff alone is almost 200 grand per infusion. So,
And,
yeah.
and you can help out by donating to his GoFundMe, which is linked in the chat in the description.
Yes, I haven't updated that in a long time, and I do apologize about that. It's just everything that's been going on, all the scans, all the shit. It's taken a lot out of me. And yes, I will admit that this has been a very personal road, and I am very thankful that I've got such nice, respectful, and understanding friends in all of you guys. And I'm not talking about just you guys who are on stream, but everybody in the audience. You know, I couldn't have done it without you, and I'm very thankful. So consider this a personal thanks to each and every one of you guys. So I love all you guys. You know, it's fantastic. So Cannibalistic, even though you're always acting like a dick, I am thankful to you too. So there you go. Enjoy.
Is it true that you smell like cheese?
I do love cheese, but I don't smell like it. No.
All right. Let's see. So take a moment to show.
Are you going to take that Cannibalistic? He just called you a liar.
I don't even know if you know what Moon smells like.
Well, Jack has been here. He knows what I smell like.
Well, you can't go around believing anything just because it's true. Right.
I know.
So let's see. Jack has games with Terry, typically Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern, where right now they're playing Night of the Faggot, Rabbit.
No, Moon's not invited.
Where
that's nigger faggot. Thank you.
No, Tier's not invited either. I don't know if they have their next game decided or not, but
well, Wandering Lisa was very kind and sent me some games, so I was thinking we might try one of those.
Fair enough.
right.
See you, Keith.
All right, and let's see.
You guys really should try some of the King's Quest games, like the remake ones.
We've explained why. Any game where you can make it unwinnable is probably not a good idea.
Those aren't unwinnable.
They absolutely are.
Well, if you don't do the right path, yes, I agree.
No. But that's my point. In a game like Day of the Tentacle, there is literally 0 actions you can take, which will make it impossible for you to then proceed to finish the game.
Oh, okay. So you mostly play games that you'll win, but you can do it any matter of ways then.
No. There's still only one solution. It's just that you can't brick the game. You can't get yourself in a situation where
gotcha.
You can spend 6 hours wandering around looking for how to progress, not knowing that you actually fucked it up.
That is true.
2 hours ago.
Just because you ate a pie.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Which is an actual
I will
example
tell you
from a King's Quest game.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now that Terry is getting awfully sick of explaining why we don't play King's Quest.
Well, I just want you to play 6 so that every time, King's Quest 6, because every time he does, he takes out his magic map, the narrator goes, Alexander pulls out his magic
map.
Yeah.
And also you have Jalo, one of the best characters of all time.
The guy that kind of sounds like this. Like, Prince Alexander.
I think a game like that would be fine if you're using a walkthrough, but I mean, to actually eat a pie because the game explicitly says that you're hungry, and then realize, oh no, you were supposed to throw the pie at the Yeti, and because you ate it, you can't win the game.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you looked at it, it's obviously a Yeti throwing pie.
Okay, no, that's fair.
All right, let's see. Moon, as I said,
I can only imagine looking at the pie and just be like, sure, I don't come across any Yetis.
and As I said, Moon has his GoFundMe in the chat and the description. And he's also got his Twitch channel linked in the description where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer.
Nope, but of late it's only been 7 Days to Die, and I have on Mondays I only play with Sun. It's just her and I, and then on Wednesdays I involve at least 3 or 4 other people, including
I should
Bill.
hope you only play with Sun. You took specific vows that you would only do that.
Unless you come through the portal naturally. So.
Well, apparently you've seen Will on the side, yeah.
Good,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be mutually exclusive, right?
All right, let's see. Terry does Games with Terry with Jack. Let's see. He's on Hammer's Minions Nights, and are you on any other Minions Nights?
No. I used to be on Adam's, but Adam moved to his own channel, so I'm on there now.
Oh,
right.
If Six does a nice hike stream, I'll be on that. I'm trying to think because what else? I don't know. I'm on the internet. You'll find me.
well, did Adam become disillusioned with the minions, or did he just kind of, I'm done with it. I want my own channels.
I
show?
don't know what was going on there. I stay out of these things.
Oh, good thing. 'Cause I hate drama.
Adam started seeing this Asian chick, and that kind of broke everybody up. Okay, and anything you want to show, Johnny?
No, just Minions on Thursdays, and I think once school season starts back up, I'll probably get back to streaming regularly when I actually have a place to
more 428
from.
Shibuya Scramble.
Yeah,
What? What'd you say?
yeah, I've been playing 428 Shibuya Scramble just to
You'll probably have to
get
start
into
from the beginning
reading.
again, because I guarantee no one remembers anything that happened in the stream.
Is that
played.
weird FMV Japan game?
Yeah.
It's a visual novel, but it's not FMV.
Oh.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think you need to read it in an actual Japanese voice.
There you go.
Frosted, you should go on.
I was gonna say Frosted, Some of
next
them
So
would
you
be
can do
perfect
the
with you.
Japanese voice.
Some of them would be perfect for you.
next time you do it, let me know, and if I'm free, I'll try it out. All right.
Yes, and if you ever need a Jalo voice, I can do a Jalo voice.
I'll hold you to that.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
And if you ever need Milton from Office Space, that's pretty much the one impression I can do.
Stapler.
If you ever need a guy from Australia,
I believe you have my stapler.
yeah.
Well,
We
Terry,
switched-
Jalo
switched
is better
from-
than yours.
Terry
We
can
switched
do
to Boston, but I kept my swing line because it doesn't bind as much.
Terry can do Korg from Thor Ragnarok. All right, so we should be back next week at the usual time, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yay.
So we'll see you guys then.
See you later, guys.
Have a good night.